We are Userlab, usability insights to make your business better. In this video, we uncover poor error handling, a lack of feedback mechanisms, inconsistent behaviour across mobile and desktop sites, and a rather unfortunate trip to another country. We do wonder how many customers would just give up and choose a competitor's service instead. Okay, keep watching to see what we found. Today, we are testing the Kindle app. For those that don't know, the Kindle app lets you read books on your phone that you have purchased from Amazon, and I'm sure you've heard of them. We are going to carry out a usability test. What's a usability test? Well, it's where you observe people as they use a product. It helps us find out what they love, where they get stuck, and what you can do to improve things. We set our student just one task to complete. Find a book you've previously read. It must be a book that you've made some notes on, and find those notes. Now, the ability to search through your notes is a key feature of ebooks, especially when you're studying. What happens next is not what we expected to happen. I'll skip over the first bit. Our student has no trouble finding the book he's looking for. It's Robert Cialdini's Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion, which is a fabulous book, by the way. He only has a small library, so he finds the book on the Home tab. He hasn't downloaded the book to this phone before, and this is where the problems start. He clicks, waits, taps to retry. He does this a few times, and is starting to wonder if it's just bad signal on the train. He decides to try the free train Wi-Fi. While he does that, I'll just point out that he's actually on the Home tab here. Right, so he's on the Wi-Fi now. Battery's going, and okay, this isn't great, but at least we've got something to work with. Our user thinks it's the Wi-Fi that has made the difference. Actually, the difference is that he's on the Library tab now. He hasn't noticed this, which is an issue in itself. So this message gives us two options: deregister an old device or buy a new copy. Unsurprisingly, our user chooses to try deregistering an old device. He can't find a way of doing this within the app, so he resorts to Google. The results seem straightforward enough, but then he hits three issues. It says lost devices, but he lets that go. He's on the US site Amazon.com, and he's in the UK. As a result, he can't log in. So eventually he goes to the UK site and logs into his account, and he finds the right section. Off we go. I can read my book, he thinks. Not quite. None of his old devices show up. There's just a speaker. He resists the urge to smash his phone on the platform and decides to try again when he gets home. Fast forward to when he gets home, he repeats the steps on his laptop, and here he can see all of his devices and is able to choose one to deregister. Happy days! But it took some serious perseverance to get there. Usability issues everywhere. So if we were to sum up our user's experience, firstly, it's really hard to differentiate between the home and the library section, which is confounded by the fact that you get two very different error messages depending on which tab you're on. And then you have to use the Amazon website to deregister a device, but it has to be the desktop site because on mobile your devices probably won't be there. But back to the task at hand. In case you were wondering, our user did find the notes he was looking for, but it was a long and painful journey to get there. Anywho, that's about it for now. That's just a quick tour through a couple of usability issues that our test has uncovered. There's plenty more out there, I can assure you. Thanks for watching this usability test from Userlab. Help us to help you make the world easier to use.